Hello everybody and welcome back to FX Tweet. My name is Akash and today we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin and discuss what's happening with it, and then we can move on from here to discuss if it is safe to long altcoins right now and if you should actually, get on with if it is an alt season, right? Like before we get into that, right, please make sure to head on over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. And if you want to stay updated to the hottest trends in the crypto market, make sure to also click on the bell icon. You can give us a follow on Twitter at FXS Crypto, and if you enjoy the content that I put out, make sure to give me a follow as well at Mangyako with a zero at the end. I have a Telegram group where I post my trades or my setups, and then a YouTube channel where I post my take on the market. So if you're into that sort of thing, make sure to go ahead and join my Telegram group and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So let's get into what's happening with Bitcoin. A few days ago, right, I explained Bitcoin Fractal and why it could drop to 21K. I think I did it here as well. Not sure. Yeah, I think I've been talking about this one for quite some time, right? So the reason for this was pretty simple, right? It was basically revolving around the 30-day moving average and what the price was doing around it, right? 30-day moving average has been historically speaking a significant level, but once it broke above it here on 18th of July, the price formed a high, and then the TD sequential indicator also flashed a sell signal. And after that, the price basically dropped 12%, which was an interesting move, right? The next time, and while it dropped, right, an interesting thing to note here is that it formed a double top here, and then the final leg of this double top basically pushed through the 30-day moving average, which is this red line that you see here. Right, even now, we're seeing something similar, right? First, the price broke above the 30-day moving average. You have that here. Price forms a local top here, good. And then the price goes down, retests the 30-day moving average. It should have technically moved down from this particular wick up here on 5th of August, and then it should have gone down to the FVG down here, 21.4K. But things have taken a turn, and Bitcoin price has now successfully breached through this edge for supply zone, which is now invalid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the price to completely fill the FVG here at $24,362. Now this is where on the 1 hour time frame, the FVG that the price had created here will be filled as price goes up here. So once this is filled, I would be comfortable shorting Bitcoin here. And yeah, on top of that, if you just extend this out here, it looks like Bitcoin price is forming a triple tap setup. So let me just take out the fractal. The fractal is obviously invalidated. Okay, so what we are currently observing is a potential. Actually, let's just keep this here because it's 1 hour FVG. Take another line. Put this up here. Change this to pixel 3. Make it red or pink because we think this is going to be the resistance that kind of puts Bitcoin, like triggers a downtrend for Bitcoin. Now, if you look at this, right, it's a classic triple tap setup. Let me just quickly show you what that is. Okay, so it's not in here, but it is here, right? A triple tap setup is pretty easy to point. Yeah, so like I mentioned in this particular video, there's usually a low that forms and then the price goes below that low, which is a deviation, and then finally retests that low again, which leads to a massive run up. So the way you trade this is basically you wait for the first low to form and then wait for the deviation to form, and then you know that the price could come down here, so you wait for the price to retest this initially formed low, and then you long here with the stop loss below the deviation, right? With the stop loss below this particular level here. And there's a few examples that I show here. Like for a top formation, this is what a triple tap setup looks like, right? You have, excuse me, you have a range high that is formed. The price deviates above the range high, and then it retests the range high, which is followed by a steep decline. Right. Similarly, you can see something happen on the lower side of the as well. This triple tap setup, which forms after a massive crash, leads to a run up. But a triple tap setup that forms after a massive rally usually leads to a downswing, right? And what you're seeing here is a textbook triple tap setup. Although the price has not retested this particular initially formed low at 24,296. It could do it in the future in like a few hours, or we could just see something like this and then followed by a downswing up here. On top of that, like you also have this H4 FVG up here. Technically, yes, it is an FVG. If you look at what's happened here, there was a market structure break, which was followed by a move into this H4 supply zone. So honestly, as long as Bitcoin kind of stays below the H1 FVG and doesn't produce like a forward candlestick close, I think things are pretty good, right? I am still looking to kind of short Bitcoin around here. And if I do, it would look something like this, right? We're currently here right now. I'm hoping the price goes up to the H1 FVG, and then I'm going to keep my stop loss. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it up here. And I'm going to take book profits around here, which is the FVG formed on a 4-hour time frame. As you can see here, the price rallied from on 27th August directly without any red candles in between. So this creates an FVG, right? So once the FVG is created, it eventually gets filled. Like for example, if you look at this, the price came down up to this point on the candlestick on the 28th of July. And then if you extend this down here, you can see that the FVG is up to this point. So this, what you see here, right, is an FVG. There is an inefficiency that the price was formed here. So the price is eventually going to retrace its move and then fill the FVG here. And if you if you use this fib for this particular move up, right, Bitcoin price bounced off the 50% fib, and then it rallied higher. So I think the next move is going to be to fill this FVG. And so let me just sum this up, right? Like I am still looking to short Bitcoin. I'm not flustered because the price went up, because in my videos that I explained that I did on 2 days ago probably, and then 6 days ago, I clearly explained my invalidation thesis. And even in my Twitter account, right, the update that I posted, yeah, up here, I think I do add an invalidation thesis, right? The breach of the H4 supply zone that I've marked here. Currently, yes, we have invalidated this H4 supply zone, but this was a secondary supply zone. And then on top of that, you also have, so there were two scenarios in which I could see invalidation happening: a flip of the 50% fib at 24.5K, which is around this level here, which you can see. And that level basically comes because of this particular leg down that you see here. It's the 50% of the midpoint of this move. So once we get a flip of that, that's when I'm gonna give up on my short thesis, and I'm gonna comfortably long Bitcoin all the way up to this level here, which is 26K, but we could honestly go all the way up to 29, 28K, which also I've explained in the previous Bitcoin analysis videos. So that is what I think, guys. So how this translates into my trading ideas is that although I've been technically short on Bitcoin, I've been longing altcoins, even though I see a lot of short setup in Bitcoin, right? I think I did long Aave today, and what I'm expecting now is, as long as Bitcoin price hovers or like consolidates in this particular area, I don't see why I shouldn't long altcoins. So in the next video, we're going to be talking about a couple of altcoins that are interesting, and how the narrative has shifted since the start of the merge and where we are right now. And if the merge coins, like for example, in this video, yeah, in these two videos that I did last weekend, I talk about how Ethereum merge is affecting some coins to rally. Even in this video that I did roughly 6 days ago. So make sure to watch the next video. And if you enjoyed this video on analysis on Bitcoin, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.